All right. So I had to make this video because I'm very embarrassed right now. Because I just did a video and uploaded it, and already I had a comment and 4 watchers, and I realized I totally fucked up. So I'll tell you how I fucked up. So basically, like anybody else, I'm human, and I screw up and I make mistakes. And I'm not going to beat myself up over it, but it's quite embarrassing because I try to make videos to teach you guys something, and then when I teach you guys something that's not right or incorrect, it's an embarrassment. Okay, so I did a video of unboxing this brooch, and I was so proud of myself when I was through, and then I realized, holy shit, it's not Lillian Russell like I thought it was. So I thought this was Lillian Russell. Well, here's Lillian Russell, the famous American operetta musical genius, basically a nightingale of her day, because her music and her voice and her style and her pizzazz was unmatched until this lady came along, which I thought was this lady, and it wasn't this lady. And yeah, so who the hell is this? Well, I just found out that my expertise is really not an expertise at all, and I pretty much fucked up. Okay, so who the hell is this? Okay, let's find out. Okay, I stuck ragtime music on, and it's, oh my god, it's 2:54 a.m. and my family is sleeping and must think I'm insane. But nonetheless, let's continue. So this is none other than Lotta Crabtree. And how did I find that out? Well, I was looking for things on the internet to buy. And by the way, I was told I'm not allowed to buy any more things, but I never listen. And I saw the same exact brooch as this, but on the back was the letters L-O-T-T-A, Lotta. And I was like, oh, maybe it was a play that Lillian Russell starred in. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I Googled Lillian Russell, Lotta, and nothing came up. And then I typed in Lotta, P-L-A-Y. I figured maybe it was the name of a play. And nothing came up. And then I typed in Lotta Opera, L-O-T-T-A-O-P-E-R-A. And then I saw the words Lillian. Oh, no, I apologize. Lotta Crabtree. I'm so stuck on Lillian over here. Okay, Lillian Russell, that is. One of the first Marilyn Monroes before Marilyn Monroe became a thing. Voluptuous actress. And I found out that this is Lotta. And this is Lotta Crabtree, who looks remarkably alike with Lillian Russell. I guess it was a style. And this music is way too loud. I have to lower it before my family comes running down the stairs and actually places me in an insane asylum. I'll be right back. So first, I'll tell you how I got the pin. If you already didn't watch the other video, I hope you didn't, because it's an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. Okay, so I saw this on eBay. A seller had listed an auction with $20 opening bid. It had to make an offer. The seller knew nothing about this. Basically, this was not his forte. He did not sell brooches or pins. He was like a coin dealer. And he basically said, I don't know what the hell this is. Well, not in those words. And I made an offer of $18 and he accepted, which I was really stoked about because generally when I make a lowball offer under the opening bid, most people tell me to go scratch my ass, if you know what I mean. And so maybe 30% of the time, they don't tell me to go scratch my ass. And I actually got to get this pin for 18 bucks. And I was really thrilled because it's very old. And it's circa about, I'm going to go with about 1900. And yeah, it's old. And it's painted over transfer wear. Most of these pins were. And generally, these type of pins are highly collectible for the fact that people want to collect early actresses, vaudeville or vaudeville. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I get everything wrong, guys. I am not Dr. Lori. Oh, she gets everything wrong. Oh, I forgot. She gets a lot of things wrong. And if you call her out on it, oh, baby. You see, if you guys would have called me out on this, I wouldn't have gotten angry. I would have learned something. But when you actually correct Dr. Lori when she fucks something up, she deletes your comments. So back to this. All right, enough of my bitching about Dr. Lori. Okay, so pretty much, these are highly collectible. People look for these early actresses before the time of TV and radio and whatnot. And so I thought it was this lady, and it's a whole different lady. So let's find out more about Lotta Crabtree. Who the hell was Lotta Crabtree? And I spent maybe 3 minutes looking at things about her. So I'm going to learn along with you. So basically, Lotta Crabtree, who was she? She was, her real name was Charlotte. So I guess that's where they got the word Lotta from. Could be. I'm just guessing, I guess. And she was born in New York City in 1847 and died on September 25th, 1924. She was known as Lotta, although her name was Charlotte. And she was born in New York City and raised in the gold mining hills of Northern California during the gold rush. Yes. And she rose to fame as a child performer. Crabtree became one of the wealthiest and most beloved American entertainers of the late 19th century. From her beginnings as a 6-year-old until her retirement at age 45, she entertained and was named the nation's darling. Her life story was filmed as Golden Girl in the movie in 1951, starring Mitzi Gaynor. And Charlotte Mignon Crabtree was born in New York City on November 7th. Oh, great, she's a Scorpio. Now I know why everyone loved her so much. I'm being sarcastic. How do I know? Because I'm a Scorpio. And pretty much we're either loved, revered, and worshipped, or hated. And I guess it was the latter for her. She was loved, revered, and worshipped. And she was born to a father by the name of John Ashworth Crabtree, who was just a mere bookseller, and who left for San Francisco in 1851 to join basically the gold rush. He was seeking his fortune because I guess books weren't making him enough money. And her mother, Mary Ann Crabtree, followed 2 years later, joining the boomtown of Grass Valley. And while in Grass Valley, the Crabtrees ran a boarding house. Lotta soon attracted the attention of a neighbor who was a dancer and actress, Lola Montez. Lola Montez. And Lola Montez was basically a dancing whore. I kid you not. She did something called the spider dance, which was really slutty during her time. It was considered like a slutty-ass dance, and men from all over flocked to see her wear short skirts to show off, just a part of her leg. Lola Montez actually bedded kings and people of royalty, and had lots of male admirers, if you know what I mean. Okay, she wasn't a prostitute, but close to it, basically, making money off of salivating men. And so Lola found her. And Lola, I guess, found a talent in this young lady, this young child. And Lola Montez encouraged Lotta's enthusiasm for performing. Oh, yes. So the Crabtrees, again, moved and opened up another boarding house, basically in 40 miles north of Grass Valley. And soon after, she made her first professional debut and appearance at a tavern in Rabbit Creek. With the support from the Robinson family of performers, she began touring throughout California mining camps and making a name for herself as a dancer, singer, and piano player. Oh no, banjo player. You see? I don't always get it right. Okay, so in 1856, her family moved back to San Francisco. And basically, she belonged to song theaters and salons, and her protege was one of the early performers at that venue. By 1859, she had become Miss Lotta, the San Francisco favorite. I was going to say the San Francisco treat, like rice-a-roni. And now we see this. Crabtree's mother served as her manager. Let's lower the music. Hold on. Okay, that's better. It is 3:03 a.m. right now, and my family don't need to hear this crazy-ass ragtime. Okay, so her mother, you know those child actors, like in Hollywood, you know how their parents become their managers and steal all their money? I think I'm starting to notice this is probably about to unfold. And so her mother served as her manager and collected all yes, the word all, of Lotta's earnings in gold, carrying it in a large leather bag. When this became too heavy, it was transferred to a steamer trunk. Can you imagine how much money that is? With the silver discovery in Nevada beginning in 1859, Crabtree became a reoccurring star after first appearing there in 1863. The embodiment of fun and frolic, Crabtree mugged for all the audience, twisted her finger in her dimple, stuffed coins thrown on the stage into the tops of her stockings, and overall personified the happy scamp. Having made a name for herself in California, in 1864, Crabtree left to tour the East Coast, where she began playing, an act. I suck at this. I'm sorry. I'm not a narrator. Where she began acting in plays and theaters such as the Old Curiosity Shop, Uncle Tom's Cabin, and Little Nell, and the Marchioness. Don't know what the hell that is. With her petite stature, she became a favorite for the portrayals of children. The late 1860s would see the Lotta Polka, the Lotta Gallop, and as quite the rage in America. At age 20, she was a national star. By 1875, she was touring the nation with her own theatrical company. She achieved the highest of her success in the 1870s, and oh my God, we got a YouTube notification coming in. Okay, buzz off. She achieved the height of her success in the 1870s and 1880s. The 1880s saw her perennially as the highest paid actress in America, earning sums of up to $5,000 per week. Holy shit! Her mother, Mary Ann the bitch, was still managing Crabtree's affairs, booking plays, finding locations, organizing troops of actors. When the steamer trunk became too heavy, she invested Crabtree's earnings in local real estate, racehorses, and bonds. As well as investing, some of the money was used to support local charities. Oh, how kind of her. And, Massachusetts Society for Aiding Discharged Prisoners. She, which still receives annual grants. A lot of money must have been left over. And build fountains that they're probably tearing down now because they're not politically correct or some shit like that. Lotta's fountain, the most famous of these fountains, still stands at the intersection. Does it really? They haven't torn it down? Well, let's see it. Lotta's fountain. Here we go. This is Lotta's fountain. And yes, they still have not torn it down. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Okay, I'm being an asshole right now. All right, let's go back. Way back into time. And where was I? As you can tell, I'm not a very good narrator. And by now you're hitting the back button. Well, son of a bitch. Okay. Crabtree traveled abroad with her mother and brothers. She learned French, visited museums, and began painting. Ooh la la. After her tour abroad, Crabtree returned to San Francisco, where she played at the California Theater, reprising her role in Little Nell and the Marchioness by John Bowen. Having missed her while she was away, the city responded warmly to her return and treated her like their very own star. In 1885, Crabtree's mother had an 18-room summer cottage built in the Breslin Park section of Mount Arlington, New Jersey, on the shores of Lake Hopatcong. Can't pronounce shit. Named Atoll Trist. Lotta spelled backward. Interesting. The house was designed by noted architect Frank Furness. Crabtree gave parties, rode horses, and pursued her painting. It stands today. In the recent years, it has been restored. Oh, what a nice place. What a very nice place indeed. Retirement. She was forced to retire as a result of a fall on stage in Wilmington, Delaware in May of 1889 after recovering in Lake whatever. She attempted a comeback in 1891, but a lack of public enthusiasm persuaded her to retire permanently from the stage. She later resisted calls for a farewell tour. At age 45, she was the richest actress in America. The theater was changing, and she got out at the top. She made one final appearance in 1915 for Lotta Crabtree Day in San Francisco at the Panama Pacific Exposition. Crabtree apparently had her share of romance. Her travel, lifestyle, and mother made a long-term relationship difficult, and she never married. Following retirement, Crabtree traveled, painted, including studying at Paris in 1912, and was active in charitable work. Later in life, Crabtree moved to Massachusetts and was owner of acreage in the southern part of Squantum section of Quincy, immediately south of Boston, Massachusetts. It, it is said to have been purchased for the benefit and health of her brother Ashworth and for their horses. Much of the land was sold as house lots in the 1930s and 40s. Children who walked to school through her land in those days often passed by two small markers of local granite set in the ground, engraved Ruby Royal and Sonoma Girl, two of the Crabtree's horses. The stone for Ruby still exists, unless they tear that shit down. Okay, interesting. She spent 15 years of her life at Brewster Hotel in Boston, which she had purchased in 1909. She died there September 5th, 1924, at age 76, from undisclosed causes. They called her the eternal child in her obituary. She was described by critics as mischievous, unpredictable, impulsive, rattle-brained, teasing, piquant. Don't know if that's even the right way to pronounce it. Rollicking, cheerful, and devilish. She sounds a lot like me. She was interned at Woodlawn Cemetery in the Bronx, New York. And she left an estate of $4 million in charitable trusts for such causes as veterans, aging actors, and animals. Very cool. Very, very cool. And, pictures. Let's see this lady. What did she look like? And, right away, I think I like this chick. She's smoking a cigar. She's such a badass. Look at her wearing pants. She's wearing breeches when women didn't wear breeches. Smoking a cigar when women didn't smoke. Oh yeah, I like this broad. This broad is cool. And here she is again with her cigar. How lovely. And more pictures. And there she is with her cigar again. And here we go. But how did the pin come into place? Oh, I see it, guys. Oh, look, she's wearing a top hat over here, too. And man pants. She's wearing the pants. And here we go. Here's another picture of her. And yet more. And, oh, there's our pin. I think we found it. Oh, yes, that is our pin, all right. And, oh, yeah, definitely. It's a lotta. That's right, it's a, oh my god, piece of shit phone. Okay, you piece of shit phone, there we go. And it's a lotta. Oh yeah, the same shit in the hair, look at that. The butterfly feather, that whole, yep, oh yeah, that's her alright. Okay, and I fucked up in my last video. You still here? You actually stayed to watch this video? Well, God bless you, give yourself a thumbs up. Okay, so here we go. Why do I think I got myself a good deal at 18 doll hairs? Well, because these brooches, even though it's not Lillian Russell like I thought it was, are valued between $300 to $500, whether they're made out of gold or not. They're very hard to find, and a lot of times they're not marked on the back. Like this one was not marked Lotta, but another one that I saw was marked with the same image with the words Lotta on the back. So most people won't know that this is an actress. They'll just think it's a random pretty face lady portrait pin. What's great about it is not only collectible for people that collect early acting memorabilia, but also for the fact that it's a miniature portrait on porcelain disc. Most people collect miniature porcelain paintings on porcelain disc, and so that makes it a double, pretty much like a double collectible. And thirdly, most people just like to collect antique jewelry, so that makes it even more irresistible. So what value would I place on this if I was to sell this in an Etsy shop, which I no longer have because I don't like doing online business anymore? I would sell this for $375 to $475. If I was to sell this on eBay, I'd probably get 70% less, even knowing what it was. If you guys, if you're a flipper or an eBay reseller and you got something cool, don't bother selling it on eBay. Go on Etsy, Ruby Lane, Mercari, Poshmark, one of those other places, and get a higher price for your item. On eBay, people like me, the dregs of society, if you know what I mean, we're looking for a bargain and looking to get things for only $18. And that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Sorry I fucked up. And so you live, you learn, and when I make a mistake, I try my best to clarify it. Thank you for watching this boring as shit video. You'd probably watch paint fucking peel from your ceiling, and I appreciate you all. Give yourself a thumbs up, and please give me a thumbs up as well, because I don't know, I just need to know that, I don't know, maybe you find my video slightly entertaining. All right, I'm going to go now. It is now like probably 3:40 a.m. So long.